Let's speak now with our guest, Dr. Srimal Fernando in Colombo. He's an advisor on new regional diplomacy. Hello, sir. So, what will this political uncertainty affect Sri Lanka's ongoing negotiations with the IMF?
Thank you very much. When it comes to political volatility, this has come with the economic crisis, as you know. So high inflation in the past couple of months, fuel shortages, as well as long hours of power cuts, crippled the economy, and it has put great pressure on the monetary and fiscal policies. However, the ongoing IMF negotiations for the last 7 months with the previous finance minister when Honorable Basil Rajapaksa was there, and even the current prime minister, who is the finance minister, Ranil Wickremesinghe, ended up with a very important staff level agreement. And the last visit by the IMF concluded that they are ready to support the Sri Lankan financial debt relief package. But however, they want to continue negotiations until debt sustainability repayment scheme is achieved by policies that are implemented through Sri Lankan authorities. However, due to the recent volatile situation in Sri Lanka, with the uprising through the people, and they are quite concerned and want to resume the IMF debt relief package negotiation dialogue as soon as possible when a new interim government is appointed. Shortly, when the current president resigns on Wednesday, as he has informed, and a new government is appointed. And this is the current status with IMF. But however, the inflation of the country has risen up to 70% from 50%. So these are concerns that the new government will have to take care of. Yeah.
And Dr. Fernando, the resignations of the president and prime minister won't immediately resolve all the problems, especially the economic ones in Sri Lanka. What specific steps are needed to put the country back on track?
There are several steps that the country needs to first put. First is to reduce the fuel crisis, because this ongoing crisis is the one of the main reasons where this social unrest spiraled into a political volatile situation in the last couple of months or weeks. And this is the first number one thing. This will ease off at least a certain amount of burden with the businesses. It can be small and medium businesses, as also 60% of the country are dependent on agriculture. So in the last couple of months, the agriculture yield dropped due to a policy that was implementing only organic fertilizer. Now the government has taken that restriction out. But then, if that also is solved, this can also have an influence on food shortages, where about 5.2 million people are at this point vulnerable, and food insecurity is there. So it's a concern about human security. So self-sufficiency in agriculture in a long or short-term version is important, and safeguarding the small and medium businesses. That's about 5 million people, mainly residing in the western province where the capital is located. That's where the fuel is also required, because fuel is for mainly going towards the small and medium businesses. So when the country is able to this cash trap country, which is a $15 billion exporting nation, needs to start its cycle back. So to do these things, first few steps are needed in long and short-term version through an interim government, and that brings stability to a nation gradually. But those are things that are verbally narrated. But how a government is going to implement, that is a question.
Okay.